One of my favorite things is social media. So with this late IHP show, we get to chit chat about the 5D mystic plane of the enlightenment soul ager people. So I was just watching this awesome, authentic ADHD human being. As they ended, they shared the one truth that any empowered woman, man, or they human being will know, which is people will love you, whoever you are, however you are. And the nice thing was they didn't say we're all fucked up. No, they said stay weird, quote unquote. And that's exactly the word that we can use for our lovely woo lady here. So with that being said, our lovely I am presence is expanding consciousness as we move into this new time. So there's some important planetary movement. And I knew it was another big year, but I didn't realize, because I'm so used to my relationship with Akash and all that is energy, that for me it's more of, yes, I recall the theme. Oh yes, our second awakening. So here's the deal. The ones of you who are here, I'm sure you're going to enjoy IHP, because you know that weird doesn't mean that neurotypical or neuroatypical isn't weird. They're all weird. Because that's what it means when we're people. And so you accept being here and on lovely planet Earth, just sharing love. And this is that part of where the collective for IHP, we're all people who are not cursed in any way, shape, or form. No tragedy with twin flames, none of that. No tragedy with any person. They're all people. And so we're all one big ball of energy. That's why this 5D collective is finally here, because we have trauma and attachment information, enough authentic people who have different types of spectrums that say, yeah, so what was it again that you wanted to make fun about? Okay, so that's where today I got to do another one of those beautiful lab art events. This one was it's in Italy. I'll post some pictures later on Instagram. But what came up, I love it. Every time that I'm doing it, I like channel. This is the second time. And I'm in a flow. I'm completely connected to Akash. So what came up, candlelight illuminates damage beneath the feet with wave of lights. And as I thought about the word and the words that popped up, feet, they walk, right? So barefoot, damage, but waves of light, because we're connected with our root chakra to our lovely earth, crown chakra to the upper worlds. And here's why. At the end of the day, unconditional love is what you get to learn from all of those who are part of your oversoul. Okay, so the people who feel cursed to be on planet Earth and they only want to hug trees, yeah, they're called spiritual bypassers. They're the people who say, humans are fucked up. No, we're not. So when you get secure attachment and you work through any of those maladaptive child behaviors or adaptive child behaviors, you get to actually enjoy love. That's what we get to learn from being a consistent, expanding piece of consciousness. So some people, they don't actually want to look at their emotions. That's the part where, for me personally, damage is not something emotional or mental. That's where come on over for inner growth mindset. What damage would be is like an active building. I need to pick up the rocks. I need to, patch it up. That's what damage is. Beneath the feet. So yeah, if my feet, there's cuts, I can, put some Band-Aids on, make sure to have shoes in 2024. And with the wave of lights, well, it's really fun to go and, for example, watch the ocean with the moonlight. Anyone? And so candlelight illuminates. And that's where, again, let's just remind each other, our oversoul supports expansion, our lovely earth also. And this is why it's really fun to be in 2024, knowing that we have a 5D collective, since sciences and spirituality come together. Spiritual bypassers, those would be people who don't do emotions. So what happens when a person has that ELSA journey is that they think that their clairs make them special. and that they attract people that curse them somehow, versus remembering that we're one big ball of energy and that we will have been on all sides of a coin. So here's where, when I think of the Dalai Lama quote, the one where he shares with someone who says, "How dare you smile in the face of all this evil or suffering," or whatever it is. And he says, we don't smile in the face of it. We actually smile because of it. So some of us have that responsibility or that ability, right, to bring laughter and joy. And that's the part where, with the wisdom, as you continue to expand as a piece of consciousness, you recognize this invisible, it's a law of energy. It's not about sacrifice. So it's a law of energy that has denser matter, lighter matter. And what I can share as a trauma and attachment form person is that those who have dysregulated and modulated embodied selves, well, they're not as lucky as can be, because they need an environment that gives them a sense of safety, emotionally and mentally, so that they can then move out of dysregulated or modulated with self-awareness, accountability, and regulation. So they have to want to say, I want to give my love freely, not I want to be on Elsa's journey. I forgave you. You know what? I'm going to say, fuck you. I'm going to keep an ego in the way. So, you know, people who speak from the heart, it's really fun. And that's why, whether it's twin flames or soulmates, doesn't matter. What spiritual bypassers are, and any person who doesn't become basically a human being 101 in 2024, they don't know about, there's no evil, there's attachment trauma. Yes, it's not the lack of imagination, it's the lack of education. A bunch of people have lack of education of neuroscience, neurobiology, attachment trauma. When you share with them the first 3 years of life, the embodied brain, what they can do to get out of, you know, that stuff, they're like, I find it hard to believe, Maria, the first 3 years of life being anything, or that people don't have to suffer. Yes, actually, it's explainable. I can explain it to you. I can walk you through it too. But hey, you know, let me not be the bearer of good news here on planet Earth, that you can get heaven in your body, and that you and I are love, and we're a piece of consciousness. And so here's where, when you present to people who don't believe, so I'm a mystic, remember? Woo lady. When you are a person who believes, it's not only because you believe, you have a understanding, perception, and more than just that. So seeing all your past lives, or not all of them yet, seen most of them, good portion now. Most, I don't know, it's too many to count. And then it's the woo-woo lady, right? But my point is that when you meet people who don't want to do emotions, and they actively think life's not meaningful, then they actively don't notice their oversoul, yeah, it's pretty sad. They find a lot of excuses to not do emotions. So luckily it's 2024, there's an IHP, 5D mystic here. Let's inspire your human potential to be more, because you can, because there's attachment trauma information, one. Neuroscience, neurobiology, and physics. No demons possessing anyone. What we have are adaptive children. Maladaptive children means people with trauma, unresolved, cultural, transgenerational. So yeah, spiritual bypassers, they have mantles. They still believe in devils and demons and evil. And those are Pinocchios that fizzle out, because that's a wooden body that goes and does what? Drunk, eat, fuck, what are they doing? What fun are they having? So again, oversoul, twin flames, relationships. The people who stick around, they have their emotions, open heart, their thoughts, open minds. They don't make up shit, and they don't make up excuses for why not to work to become functional adults. It's the beauty of 2024 and the beauty of being here as a 5D mystic for those who want to do personal development here on earth. So our love is free, because that's exactly what Jesus and God taught me, is that when I see anything, I get to be humble, loving, straightforward, and I know how to be that because I'm not afraid of telling the truth. That's the beauty of being an inner child adult. So tune in if you want to be somebody, 5D mystic person. It's integration of the brain, restorative embodied self. It's your ventral vagal state. It's your inner and outer well-being on earth now, not like next lifetime. So again, candlelights, illuminates.